You hear the call from the ancestors. You hear the African ancestors calling. They're calling to bring the blacks back home to Africa. They're calling because people have lost their ways. They're calling because people need change. They're calling because they need people to return back to the roots. They're calling because they hear you guys cry. Do you hear the ancestors calling? Do you hear them calling? You should hear them calling you. I was watching Daisy's live earlier, and she was pointing out some real things that even me, I have experienced, but I don't want to say it out my mouth of the strength of there's no need to repeat what has been said the right way from somebody else's mouth. You know, it's like what it's an African proverb, and it say Nyanse nika sama eto kwasiano. It's a Ghanaian Ashanti proverb. It's basically when an intelligent person says what they have to say, do not repeat it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and play the part in High Priestess Daisy's part that I can relate. I feel that in my spirit, and I know that some people may not be following her from my YouTube, and I want you to understand why I be so heavy on people following a certain set of people on YouTube that I follow that definitely helped me in my growth, okay?
Or actual jail. Their own heartbreak and betrayal. Because 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords, that's not a mental illness. And now they're starting to realize that you were covered. You couldn't be touched because you went through your transformation process. That's what the karmics fail to understand. We go through things that they have no idea what we went through, and we've transformed from things that certain people wouldn't even survive from. So they were just confirming that you've already won. That's the thing that I'm seeing here. That's another message. They're letting you know that this test was just to show you that you've already won, that your battles have already been won, that all you have to do is just trust in your dreams, have faith. That's why you guys are getting spiritual gifts on top of spiritual gifts that are crazy as hell. And people are going to be wondering, how did you know that? How can she do that? How is this happening? How is that happening? You're like, it's a surprise to me as well. I just followed the code because there is a code. There's 2 codes on this planet, the one of dark, one of light. You chose to follow the one of light. The karmics are wondering where you found the keys to the streets. It's simple. It's an everyday activity.
So it's...
Wow. This is crazy as hell. This is deep. And this is powerful.
Instead of you guys wondering, certain things are not necessarily about going on Google and trying to find out the codes to the street as far as African spirituality. It's not really necessarily needed, because some things, I want you guys to understand the seriousness of this, okay? And the reason why I want you guys to understand the seriousness and the in-depthness of this is because most people think that African spirituality has everything to do with the voodooism. And no, it doesn't. Yeah, we understand that there is lightness and darkness in all things. So even in the churches, you see that some of the priests are pedophiles, and some are not extremely enlightened enough to teach anybody about how to live their vibration consciously, even in a religious form. So it's like you just go and they just read a book and then they're trying to explain to you, but their knowledge of explaining it is not as equivalent to what you need to get explained to you or taught to you on the level that it could change your life and could make that could help you elevate to your highest potential, right? But the thing about the African spirituality that we are trying to return to, me, the tribe, and most of the people that work with spirit on YouTube and other platforms, we understand that everything that has been taught to us but been talking to us in a deceptive way to hinder us melanin babies, sun babies, from achieving our highest potential, right? And you gotta understand that some of us in this field are not necessarily gifted, but has actually chosen to go to the dark realms to get gifts from, not the good people, but not like I'm not here to throw shade at anybody that is doing rituals and killing and all that stuff to gain their psychic powers. But I'm just saying, like, the ones that are gifted, the ones that's in their chart, the ones that is the time to shine, when the ancestors call on you and they think this is the perfect time for you to be awoken, you will be awoken. And there's nothing that's going to keep you asleep. and they're gonna protect you and they're gonna guide you to your mission. You should try calling on your ancestors more, and stop burning black candles more. Okay, stop. Because like, you could tell when somebody is tapping into the negative side of town. Everything about them, the way they concept, they don't think about, oh, help one, teach one. Nah, they think about it. It's always competition. It's always competition. And it's certain things that I have seen, and I just felt the need to mention. Like yesterday, I had a friend of mine who posted something on the YouTube platform, and I felt the need to like it and state a comment underneath it just to show support. And from her perspective, the way she came at me as though I was coming on a competition level, and I couldn't even, for dear life, understand why she felt that way. Because this spiritual journey, as far as the teachings, when I get on here on YouTube, I'm not charging anybody for anything. Even when I'm doing the tarot, I'm not charging anyone for anything. I'm just doing the readings because Spirit has guided me to do them, and I get my blessings through Spirit. I don't really care who tips or don't tip on here, because Spirit has a way of bringing your blessings for the work they ask you to do. I don't expect anybody to understand this unless you are divinely chosen. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, so the real divine masculine was talking about how we need to get some. He has some jewelry that he wears for protection. And since I be making jewelries myself, I'm gonna just go ahead and play his 3-minute message so you can understand what he was saying, where he was coming from. And those who are doing these jobs spiritually, make sure you highly protected. So if you're not tampering with the dark side, the dark cannot tamper in your realm.
I'm not doing that to be egotistical. I do that out of transparency. Now, some people think when you come on here and you display your good stuff and the things you know accomplish and stuff like that, it attracts a lot of bad energy, a lot of haters and stuff like that. I have protection from that. One, black tourmaline dream. Those that's woke know what I mean. And an evil eye bracelet that sends all bad energy directed my way politely back to the sender. And that's what this video is going to be about. The ancestors basically told me to tell y'all that all the bad energy in the universe that's been sent your way, my way, his way, her way, is going to be sent back to the sender. Okay? This is why I treat people with respect. This is why I don't judge people. I always try not to rub people the wrong way. I'll say nothing. Before I say something harsh or cruel to you, I'll say nothing. That's the type of heart I have. Empathic. Caring. I would rather love over hate in every lifetime.
Yesterday, when I definitely posted the comment and stuff, the way that I was really addressed after that situation, it really was like a nasty vibe I had within. When I got that, I felt pretty much attacked, instead of like, wow, I was really showing love. Your energy was mad negative. I can't even pretend that you vibing with me the way you pretending to be vibing with me, you know. So I just had to let that be what it is. But like I said, you guys, when it comes to certain things, you guys gotta like really make sure you're getting the message from the right readers. Like, I'm not asking anybody to pay me for readings, so this is not as though I'm doing this because I'm trying to make money. Like, my real business is jewelry making. Okay, so if you guys need like some stones, some real nice jewelries, but as though you can keep yourself protected while you tapping into the realms, yeah, holla at a chick. You know, I do cleansers and all that good stuff. But honestly, to be dead real with you, like, I do this because I wanted to know how to read the cards, and Spirit told me that I could do it, you know. And I had got a reading from this chick on Facebook, and she basically told me, like, right after Christmas, that there was more gifts that I have never heard about that I'm able to have, and I couldn't really understand the in-depths of what they was talking about. So as time goes on, slowly I just realized how how much I was tapped in without really paying attention, and things was starting to be more and more better for me, and I wasn't really trying to make it better or less better. Like, I was able to see things last year that I didn't know how it was going to play out, but the way it played out was amazing. And I want you guys to keep in mind that, yeah, I'm not perfect, you guys. You guys, don't be surprised if you see me twerking from time to time on all my social medias, because I like to dance, and dancing is my thing. But that doesn't make me less spiritual or less gifted or less building in anything. People like to get on these platforms and pretend to be somebody they not, for 15 seconds of clout, or to act like they're so good, their heart is always in a good place. But when you really get to know the person and what's within them, you realize you're in a scary place. Their mind, their vibration, their energy, everything is just nasty and cloudy. And like the real divine masculine was saying, he's not here to throw shade or step on toes or make anybody feel away, but he is here to speak his truth. Like, I'm here to speak my truth. Like, Daisy the high priestess is here to speak her truth. Like, Mystic Beauty is here to speak her truth. Like, you know, we all have our way of speaking our truth. So anyway,
TV and CNN could be on or something, and I just glance and I see that fire, and it's the same image that I've seen 3 other times in my mind. It's crazy. Yeah, just listening to your gem. Thank you, Emerald 7. I pray this video reaches you in the best of health, the best of wealth, and the best of wisdom. Now we're going to go to Psalms 1. And this one is to you, Emerald 7. How blessed is the one who does not follow the advice of the wicked, or stand in the pathway of sinners, or sit in the assembly of scoffers. Those are people who basically make fun of people, who want to tease people, who want to jump online and, you know, they're jealous of your high vibrating self because they're vibrating so low. They're thinking that saying something against you or mocking you or scoffing at you is going to bring them. No, it doesn't work like that. You're welcome, Elsie. Thank you. And this psalm is dedicated to you as well, Elsie. You know Psalms is one of the most powerful books in the Biblios.
Yeah, I do.
Know this. So what I was doing, Elsie, is I was shuffling my cards, and whatever card corresponds with that psalm, that's the psalm I'm reading. Say, for instance, I shuffle the cards and I get a 3. Well, I'll read chapter 3 of the psalm for you. That's basically what I was doing tonight, and I'm going to be doing this more often. I'm going to try to come on a lot more often than I have been, because I only follow the spirit. You know, I'm not here to, like, some people are here to say, well, I did 100 videos.
Yeah, and that same go for me too. I'm only here to listen to spirit. I work for me in spirit. So if you see me and it's not something to do with spirit and it don't have nothing to do with me, baby, that shit don't got shit to do with me. It's like y'all get mad at me for hopping out because I'm a light worker for spirit and not for you. I'm a light worker for spirit. So if I feel like spirit called me up here to say something, or spirit want me to like really say something because this is how they feel about something, I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna say what I need to say. This ain't about I need clout. If you like, unfollow me. If you like, follow me. If you like, subscribe. If you like, don't subscribe. What you eat don't make me shit. That is just that simple. What you eat don't make me shit. So it's like, just because your journey means you do something don't mean that I have to be in competition or everything I do is competition in your eyes. Like, I don't like people like that. Because I feel like you got your own set of people, I got my own set of people, and we just going to figure it out. But if you feel like if I get better means you get worse or anything, that's a bothersome situation for spirit, because spirit is using every single one of us as a vessel to get everybody intertwined and being spiritually awoken. Again, because being in a situation that we all sitting here dealing with the consumerism of the state telling us, oh, you can't work for this people till you get this type of education down, okay? And and you can only like, it's just like they know what sells, and they try to put you in a situation that you just going to school doing this amount of things to be able to be an essential worker. But in reality, if any of these jobs get closed down, because let's say the building is closed, that means you as a person in America will not have no way of feeding your kids. So it's like, it's cool to work with the system, but it's not cool to feed the system, because this system is not necessarily feeding you like you feeding it. So certain things, it's like people really be pressing it and trying to act like, oh, I gotta do this, or I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I gotta move a certain way. I don't get down with that. I done already seen a few videos I posted on YouTube, even when Nana Bree, and while he's in Ghana getting real in depth about spirituality and knowledge that YouTube is not ready for him to show yet. They have a thing about not making a post or blurring out a certain part of my YouTube. You could see my videos and you could tell, right? And I've heard Daisy say she had made a live, and then when she get off and I try to check the live, it wasn't even available no more. So it's like, you gotta understand that this system is being ruled by that 1% that own everything. So they don't be really wanting the message that's really good and really supposed to really come out with spirit. They don't really try to let it out. They really don't try to let it out. But they will let it go through somebody that has a few followers, because they don't want that message to go in depth, because they don't want that many people to hear it. Because they feel like if the consumer system feel like, if we let you know that the reason why Christmas trees are in houses on Christmas is because around Christmas time, when people realize that, when black people realize that they are not being realistic with them, and they realize more that Christ dies, but Christ is the son, and he's supposed to die in the winter and arise in the spring. But consumerism system in America got Jesus Christ, which is supposed to be the son, dying in winter, being born in winter and dying in the summer, in the spring, to reverse psychology, y'all. You understand that the Christmas trees that's even being put up is not even meant in the way that's supposed to be. I'm going to take that as spirit confirming my message. It's not going to be what it's supposed to be, simply because they're telling you to decorate a tree on Christmas. Do you know during the time of slavery, the people that was being hanged was the decorations for Christmas? Do you understand that? If you truly understand that the ornament, the jewels, we as the people, the enlightened ones who was not willing to believe in the birth of Christ as that for what it is, instead of going back to knowing that the sun is God, the moon is supposed to be Mother Magdalene, which is supposed to be why if you see you heard Nana saying it in my last few posts that I did when Nana about the sun being God, you will realize that that's how it's put. If you really go down to Ghanaian history and you find out about how Ghana used to be called the Gold Coast, and we all know that back in the days when slavery was was going on at the time, we all know that most of the people that was being enslaved was coming from the west coast of Africa, like Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Togo, countries like that. Countries like that was the countries that most of the blacks was being captured for slavery. And the first part that the boat stop that was in like the Caribbeans and stuff. So it's okay for us to have so many different melanins in different places. But what you cannot forget is that you cannot tap into darkness, okay, and expect to come out at the top of the light. You gotta understand that there was wicked that did wicked stuff to us in hopes of seeing us not get what we need to get to. So yes, the Bible was supposed to be the book of the conscience. It's not supposed to be the book of Christ. It's the book of the conscience, because you understand that we are all in alignment as one thing and all things as one. So if we all like the sun is always at all places and nowhere at the same time, so as well as the moon. So duality is highly important. The fact that duality is highly important, you cannot sit here and be like, when you realize that some people are chosen by the bloodlines of our ancestors to step in to help those blacks that has been raped, caged, beaten, enslaved, who think that the only way to make it is being a thug and doing things that is not suitable for the eyes of man. That makes people think that black people should be treated like dogs and animals because they are moving in the animalistic vibration instead of the human side of being. Like, you gotta understand that even us human beings, we are also animals on the food chain. So we cannot try to be less than what we're supposed to be. If anything, because we highly conscious and we cautious being, is why the Bible is written. Hey, bye! It's why the Bible is written. So when you go into the Psalms, which you also know that the Psalms are like spells. So when you go to Psalms and you realize that there's a book teaching you about how spell work goes using Psalms, you can't say and be like, oh, I'm Christian, so I'm not with that. Well, when you go to church and you pay the pastor to preach to you, you asking the pastor to speak spells over your life. Indirectly. Knowing or unknowingly, that's what you asking him to do. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and finish letting the real divine masculine finish teaching the things that he was teaching, and then I'm gonna tap in onto the Daisy's message and let you understand what exactly I'm saying. Then I'm gonna tap into the Nana Breeze thing and let you understand what he was saying in explanation to all these things that I'm talking about. Because most people will be like, oh, certain things are no. See, it's like this. Just because you know what you think you know don't mean you know it as you're supposed to know it for what it is. Because if you don't know that left is right, then you would think right is left. But that's what they got you thinking. They got everything upside down, right side up, and got you thinking you not seeing things correctly, but you seen it correctly, but they put it in the wrong order. You see what I'm saying? So you can't sit here and be like, oh, I'm hip, I'm not hip, I'm tripping, I'm not tripping. You really got to make sure you do your own research. Even when you watch my live, I still want you to take your time and really grab books that's really good. I'm going to try to tell you what books all these things are coming from so you could really check it out. Even when I do tarot, I'm going to try to tell you the cards I'm using so you could check it out. But right now, I'm going to really let the real divine masculine tap in a little bit more into this, and then we can take it from there.
I'm not that type of I'm a real reader. I'm not a cloud chaser. I'm not somebody here to, outdo somebody else, or I'm feeling like this is a competition or anything like that. No. I follow the spirit. If the spirit guides me and tells me, come on, Elsie's on there right now, log on, do a live, I'll do a live for that alone. That's the type of reader I am. Or I could be writing on my...
Thank you. I like when Spirit did call me, because Spirit be calling me and telling me the real divine masculine is on right now. Tap in and mix your message with him and get the real information the way I needed to get it, because your masculine is not doing what he's supposed to do. So let me go ahead and let you borrow another masculine that can understand where you're coming from, so you can still get this path journey done without really needing him. Because if he's not going to step into his power and be the masculine you need, divine already told me he had another masculine plan for me. So I don't really hesitate. When he told me to hop up here, I hop out here, and I'm definitely blessed. Whereas though when he do ask you to step out to help a sister out, you get up and you do what's right by me. Okay,
on my laptop, typing something, and Spirit hit me and said, Emerald Sevens needs a word right now. She needs something to build on. I'll come on for that alone. Yeah. A shout out to you, Elsie. And this first psalm is to you too, Elsie. It says, how blessed is the one who does not follow the advice of the wicked, or stand in the pathway with sinners, or sit in the assembly of scoffers. Instead, he finds pleasure in obeying the Lord's commands. He meditates on his commands day and night. He is like a tree planted by flowing streams. It yields its fruit at proper time, and its leaves never fall off. We ain't gonna never fall off. Happy Black History Month to y'all. We ain't gonna never fall off. You know how they say black people don't, we age gracefully? A lot of people don't know my age. Yeah, we never fall off. It says he is like a tree planted by flowing streams. It yields its fruit at the proper time, and its leaves never fall off. He succeeds in everything he attempts. It's not so with the wicked. Instead, they are like wind-driven shaft. Wind-driven shaft is like brush, like straws just blowing in the wind. They don't know what they're doing. I said that in one of my earlier videos, the video I did the other day. They know not what they do. For this reason, the wicked cannot withstand judgment, nor can sinners join the assembly of the godly. Certainly, the Lord guards the way of the godly, but the way of the wicked ends in destruction. That's it. That's the first song. You said you're back, your phone died. We brought your phone back to life. There it is, the resurrection. Yeah. Thank you. Psalms. Can we get another Psalms? I got a 14 card, so we're going to read Psalms 14. Shuffle these cards up real good. Let's see here. Psalms 14. Aha! Psalms 14. Good to see everybody's doing well, too. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Psalm 14, here it is. Fools say to themselves, there is no God. They sin and commit evil deeds. None of them does what is right. The Lord looks down from heaven at all the human races to see if there is anyone who is wise and seeks God. Everyone rejects God. They are all morally corrupt. None of them does what is right. Not even one. All those who behave wickedly do not understand. Those who devour my people as if they were eating bread. When he says my people, y'all know y'all already know who he talking about. Y'all know it's us. All those who behave wickedly do not understand. Those who devour my people as if they were eating bread and do not call out to the Lord. They are absolutely terrified, for God defends the godly. He's going to defend us, y'all. You want to humiliate the oppressed, even though the Lord is their shelter. I wish the deliverance of Israel would come from Zion. When the Lord restores the well-being of his people, may Jacob rejoice. May Israel be happy. The call, that's right.
Few are called. And few are also chosen. Not a lot is called. It may seem like a lot is called, and few are chosen. But only few are called to the chosen calling. And that's what's accurate. I'm not going to sit up here to tell you things y'all want to hear so y'all can feel like y'all can follow, like, and subscribe because I make y'all heart feel like y'all winning. The realest shit I could ever do to you is to help you understand that it's a lot of things that people don't want to achieve now because it's not fun to be what people want you to be, but it's only fun to be what you choose to be. But if what you're choosing to be is not being your true self, then you are deceiving yourself within yourself, and you cannot be none better than what you're supposed to be because you put yourself in a situation you bondage. How you gonna break some chains that have been put onto you through slavery? How you gonna break some chains that's been put onto your ancestry? How you gonna break some karma that have been put onto you since you guys got off the ship years ago? I got on a plane and I got here as African as I am because my father had blessings in his heart and a dream for me to be something that I could never see to be. But as I achieve that goal, I become something better within that I have never been seen within me and outside and everything almost. I understand that what's within me is within everything else and all the universe and everything in plants and outside of plants and around the things and everything in the whole universe deserve to move as one because all things is divine. Everything desire balance. The same way the sun cannot live without the moon, the same way the earth cannot live without the sun, the water, fire, and everything. And life does duality. And just because you're an avatar, and your avatar right now might be an air avatar, fire avatar, a water avatar. Just because you are in the avatar and you are in your sun sign or your moon sign, or this could be whatever sign it is, it doesn't mean you can't embody all things and be the ultimate avatar. You just gotta try to be all things and everything that's one. You cannot pick one thing to be you, because you are not just one thing. You a little bit of everything. And just because people say no, fighting is not bad. Fighting without having a cause is bad. Fighting for your rights is what's right to do. If somebody steal from you, that's bad. But you stealing back what somebody stole from you, it's not even bad. It's you taking what's rightfully yours. Don't ever put in a situation you think that you gotta live by the laws of the state. Understand that when even in the Bible they tell you, give Christ what belongs to Christ. And you know Christ means consciousness. Give your consciousness what belongs to your consciousness. Give your brain your knowledge, your key of thyself, the knowledge of self, the your path. You know, your eye, your third eye. You feel me? You gotta give that part of you. You gotta feed it the food of knowledge, the food of thyself, for you to understand that if they tell you that everything, if they tell you the things came from the motherland, if they let you know that the Garden of Eden and the Nile Sea and everything and all these things that's supposed to be in the book, and everything that started from Egypt and everything else was written in Africa, from that book that they call the Bible, which is supposed to be the book of the conscious, why would you think that you the dark ebony shade people should be thinking that you are not your line of bloodline? You are. Now, I don't mean no disrespect to those who are white when I make this broadcast. What I'm trying to let my fellow melanated ones know is, baby, as African as I am, okay, if you Ghanaian, I will switch it right now. Oh, you're Ghanaian. Now you don't know how say sa kata for no. The Omaya no macho or moncolano. And yache the onana no macho monco for navesisa de ya. Jimmy and Kwane bow. If you African and you Ghanaian and you tell yourself everything my ancestors have taught their people to now is not accurate, because now I have mixed myself with African Americans who have been taken from the land and been beating the history out of them. If you taking their things they know because it sound more like some white supremacy shit, and you want to take that in as law and take that in as that's your end or be all, then you're just a stupid individual. You want to know why? Because you knew that it told you in the history book that when blacks got here, they were even allowed to willingly be themselves. Some of them in different plantations, they couldn't even be themselves or even walk around with the name that they were supposed to get as slaves. You should also understand that being Ghanaian, there is days of the week names is given to some of our kids that let us know. Like, my name is FC Adam Efwa Mansa Dezuki. Adam is a Friday born for a Ewe tribe. Efwa is a Friday name for a Ashanti tribe. Okay, Mansa is a Friday born for an Ashanti tribe. So if I never got my name changed as a slave, if my kids kept that particular name, I would know I belong to the Ewe and Ashanti tribe. Do you understand now why the fuck they was beating the shit out of you to make sure you forgot who you are and where you belong to? That's why you could understand these small things are not as small as it sound. It's a big deal if you don't know your rights, if you don't know your culture, if you don't know your people, if you don't know your bloodline, if you don't know where you belong to, then that is the problem. This is what is going on. I am not making this broadcast to make anybody feel less than who they are and what they're supposed to be. I'm just saying, when Spirit tell me hop out here and do what I need to do, just like the Real Divine Masculine said, just like Daisy the High Priestess said, just like everybody else that we know that is in this field who does this job correctly the right way, you can't be mad because you being called to the forefront and you know you're supposed to stand in your power and do what's right.
Hold up, man. Did I put that on my...
Yeah, because what I'm really trying to get you guys to understand is that you over there, the Real Divine Masculine?
I'm just so deep in thought right now, man. Because that was a deep... When she said the called, I don't know if I put something on my page, if I just thought something. Because I got a page in my head too, y'all. The called and the chosen. Yeah, I feel that, Tundra. I feel that, Tundra. For real. Wow. Okay. Let me shuffle the cards. And we're going to see which Psalms is next. Okay, here we go. The 10th Psalm. Got a 10 card. Matter of fact, that's the Wheel of Fortune, y'all. So, got some good karma coming too, Tundra and LC and Emerald 7. Y'all got some good karma coming. Plain as Jane, Professional High Priestess Daisy, Tiffany Lacole Tarot. Got some good karma coming. Lotus Squad. Like I said, Tundra, LC, Dragonfly, Evolution Consciousness Journey, good karma.
Indigo Child.
Emerald 7, you got good karma coming. Jasmine, Honey, Iced Tea, Goddess, and Hood Healer, good karma. Many are called, but few are chosen. Right. That's exactly what that's what I was thinking of the other day. And I might have made a mental note of that in my head. Tundra, we're gonna do a video on that, alright?
No doubt.
We're gonna do a video on many are called, but few are chosen.
Because many is called and few is chosen.
Yeah. Okay. What did I said 10. The 10th Psalm. Okay. Let's see. And what I'm listening to, y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear that in the background, but I always share everything with people because they'll be like, well, what is he listening to? That's an alpha brainwave. The alpha brainwave basically puts you in flow mode. Flow mode is like right now I'm doing a reading. I'm in a very intuitive state in my mind right now. So that assists in my reading. I listen to meditation tones all the time, and they do help. I want to encourage my people to reach out to me if you need any meditation tones, if you have pain, if you have migraines, if you're feeling down, I can find something to help. I'm sure I can. I've done it plenty of times on Twitter already. People I don't even know. Come on, oh my migraine, my head is killing me. And I'll put.
Yo, it's crazy you just said that, the real divine masculine, because literally it's like my head be having this sharp migraine since I've been getting real in tune with my spirituality, and like my back used to hurt crazily, yo. I be feeling like somebody's tying me and putting pins through my whole body, like with the voodoo doll type shit, right? And like half of the time I feel uncomfortable, unease, unpleasantly, like I be really. But people hate the fact that I'm a truth speaker, yo. People hate the fact that I'm a truth speaker. Like, I remember one time when my daughter was 1 year old, right? And I had come across a situation that I had to go past my godmother house, right? So my godmother, Miss Denise Jackson, she's Christian actually, but yo, she's a real cool lady. So I came across her, and she was telling me when she first met me, she said she met my daughter, and it's like she had something spoken over her life, right? So when I was pregnant with my daughter, I had let Divine know that this is my gift to Divine, right? And because I it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like I just felt like she was gonna be what changed my life. My daughter was gonna be what changed my life. My son was gonna build my life. Okay, so like let me tell you, not this Christmas, but last Christmas, I went to my sister's house, Gloria Dazuki. She's a doctor, you know, and my other sister, Elfrida Dazuki, came through, and my brother, you know, he don't live too far from my sister. And I kid you not, you would think I'm tripping, but I'm not. And you could, I don't talk about my siblings like that, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say this, because if I'm lying, I'm flying out here, right? Divine masculine. So the real divine masculine. So take heed to this, right? So me and my daughter was in the room at my sister's house, and she was sleeping, and my daughter started screaming, talking about something she see things upon things, yo. So like my sister and them don't understand that I'm gifted and she gifted. So they was all confused. They're talking about something. So Adam ain't from now. So that's like in Ashanti is basically like, where do you leave your daughter? Like, who you be leaving her with? Because she's really bugging out. She talking about she's seeing monsters and all that, but she was. She got the good eyes. My daughter could tell me when I'm laying down. She could tell me, oh, mommy, there was a witch on top of the couch just right there. She wake up out her sleep if I'm sleeping on the couch, and she could tell me. I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds like I was telling you guys, like during the summertime, I felt like I had a chance to work with a brownie. I was walking past the house, the close to my side of my house, and then it would tell me, stop, pick up this leaf, stop, pick up this, stop, pick that up, and it tell me when I bought it and I had my son wash up in it, it's like somebody was trying to keep my son in a bondage, yo. And I'm telling you, I had to talk to my uncle, yeah, like my father's brother, yeah, Uncle Dita, and I was talking to him about this, and he was just like, yo, no shit, yo. He could really understand how I see it like that, but he was like, I have never really met nobody that really made their whole life about spirituality. Was I gonna be spiritual and get a second job about doing something completely different outside of spirit? But I feel like this is it, yo. Since I was a kid, I feel like when I turned 30, you know, it's like it's not about nothing but spirit no more, bro. It's all spiritual and none less. So I don't want to keep this broadcast mad long and shit. And people be like, Elsie, you curse a lot. Honestly, I do. But that don't make me less anything. It just means that my mouth is a bit partyish. Like, I have a party mouth. But it really don't change the message. So anyway.
Pull up one of these little meditation music sites. And pull up a link and send them the link. And they're like, it worked. The next morning, that's all I see in my notifications. It worked. So if you're in pain, you ladies, you know, you have the menstrual cramps and the pains. I have tones that can help y'all with all of that, and I'm balanced enough in my manhood to help you with that. You know, I'm a special kind of fella. I don't know how to put it. Okay. 10th song. Where are we, y'all? I got sidetracked telling y'all about these tones and my sound healing. I do that too, Tundra. You know, some of us hear and report once. We hear but do not. But do we work through to be chosen? Some of us, and a heart back to you, Emerald 7. Some of us hear and report once we hear, but do we work through to be chosen?
Yeah, in other words, that some of us know what our future is supposed to pertain, but some of us not really chosen. It's just something that is what we want to do. Like, I know a lot of people that choose to be spiritual, but not chosen to be spiritual. So it's like you take 25 years to learn something that somebody has chosen to be spiritual. As long as they walk in their path, the doors are unlocking to their gifts, and you wondering why somebody could hop on YouTube platform 2 days from now and become an overnight sensation, because when it's chosen, what they say, what divine has chosen, nothing can take it. What was yours in divine's eye can never be touched, messed with, bothered, or it's just always gonna be untouched. Cause what's yours is yours, baby. Can't nobody take what's yours. If divine has gifted you with gifts to do things with that the average person can't understand, it's for them not to understand. It's not for you to explain, and that's on God. Cause people keep trying to make spirituality an everyday thing, and it ain't. What I mean is, like, we all kick it with divine. We kick it with divine on a heavy level, and we want to do it. Like, it's not an everyday thing. It's an every second thing. It's like every day you do deserve to have spirit, but every minute is why you should have him, because every second is not promised, and every day it's a blessing to have one, and tomorrow is another day. And if you really don't know what's going on, if you don't know what you stand for, you fall for anything. So with that said and done, it's like I want you guys to all understand, right, that when it comes to some things like these, you gotta very, very, very much choose to be in a different type of vibration, and that's just all I know, because certain things, when spirit asks you to do, you cannot undo it. Like the other day, the Real Divine Masculine had to come up here to like tell us about some missing kids. I'm gonna try to see, I'm about to see if I can find that broadcast that you was on the other day, right? I'm gonna try to play it for a brief second for people so they could really tap in with you and understand the type of man you are. Like, he is fire. You guys should like check him out. Okay, because
this is Northwest Miami-Dade. He went missing from his Northwest Miami-Dade home on February 24th. The Miami-Dade Police Department said when announcing him as a missing person. Pollard is 39. He was last seen wearing a black t-shirt, red gym shorts, and then he was in a red Toyota Camry, and it's also missing. Though it's unclear if Pollard had taken the car. Yeah, this man got a wife of 6 years. Yeah. Bring him home, man. Roger C. Pollard, Northwest Miami-Dade. 39 years old. Last seen wearing a black t-shirt again and red gym shorts. Red Toyota Camry. This is the Miami-Dade area. Black male. See what else we got going. I'm gonna do about 7. I usually post about 7 on my Twitter page. Missing people from all over. Okay, this one was 7 hours ago. This comes from WSFA. 17-year-old black female. Oh no, look, I got that wrong. No, this is a 17-year-old case. Wow. It says reward in 17-year missing person case increases. LaQuanta Riley was last seen on December 7, 2003. Wow. So she would be 34 years old today. It says Crime Stoppers is hoping an increased reward in a 17-year-old missing person case who gained new information. Crime Stoppers has increased the reward in the missing person case of LaQuanta Riley.
So I'm going to just go ahead and tell you guys, this is the most realest shit I could tell you. If you do check on my YouTube, on my Facebook, I keep telling you guys that black kids are going missing left to right. Okay? And you guys got to be realistic with yourself, because you got to understand that the COVID is really heavy. Some people are dying, okay? And people are not really ready to die, because everybody knows that just because it's time for you to go don't mean you're ready for it to be your time, okay? So we are sitting here acting like everything is waving, everything is cool, but it really isn't, because I want you guys to understand the drasticness of this situation and how in depth this is, and why I feel the need to do this again, okay, is the fact that I keep getting these crazy downloads, right? And these downloads about how kids are being used on the black markets for organs. And I really, really, really would like for YouTube to really stop blurring that part of the video out, okay? Because it almost seems like we're being crazy, but we're not. So I had this person that I read cards for one like on my birthday, because somebody bought me some tarot cards for my birthday, and I just felt like breaking them in. So I was on Facebook, and I asked a few of my friends to like people that I really didn't know on Facebook like that, to just go ahead and shoot me a DM so I can go ahead and use the cards so they can let me know if my energy is really tapping in, because I'm normally an intuitive reader, but not with the cards. So I was like, okay, so I wanted to know if I could tap in. So I asked a few people that I didn't know from nowhere to shoot me a message so I could read some cards for them, just so I could have an idea if what I'm reading is 100% accurate, right? So mind you, prior to that, some girl sent me a glass with egg in it, and she wanted me to intuitively try to read the egg for her. Mind you, I have never done no egg reading a day in my life, right? So I did it, and I explained what I felt and what I saw when I told her, because I told her I was going to give it a try, being though I have never really done that before. So when I did it, she told me that that's pretty much how she felt, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. And I told her, thank you for letting me actually do this, because I did pray and ask Spirit the night before to let me know what gifts I had, because I had blessed this reader that was on my Facebook $5 of a donation, because she said $5 to just basically get like a question, but I didn't really get to ask a question. She basically decided to pick a question for me, and what she really said was, when she got to me, was to be mindful of the fact that it's okay to have the gifts that I do have, and even if you hear more than your voice in your head, that's fine, because sometimes it's because Spirit is awoken. And I was just sitting here looking at her like, why she just say that to me, man? You know, and it sounded crazy as hell when she said that. And I was sitting there looking at myself, and I was itching my head like, wow, that's crazy. Right? I was itching my head like, wow, that's crazy. Why would somebody just say that to me out of nowhere, right? So the other day, too, I was on YouTube trying to figure out how I was going to let this message be heard on a broad form of understanding, right? On a broad scale type of way, right? And I couldn't find, I was like, man, I might need somebody else to do this with me. I might need someone else to do this with me. And you know, the craziest thing in the world was, I just basically was on YouTube, kicking it in the best way I could think of. And, yo, I kid you not, the real divine masculine pull up, and he basically was on that type of time of letting people know that people was missing. And when I tell you Spirit work in different and amazing ways, it's accurate, bro.
According to investigators, she also has a rest in peace Misha tattooed on her left arm, LaQuanta tattooed on her right arm, and a scar on her nose. Investigators say Riley will be 36 years old today. Yeah, so that's Montgomery, Alabama right there. Bring her home. Bring LaQuanta home. Yeah. My empathic intuition just told me, like, they're missing people that can't speak right now. Speak for them. And when Spirit shows me hard enough, I'm going to come on and bring it. You know, whether it be a reading, whether I'm just talking to y'all, whether I'm out in nature walking, get a picture of the moon and chat with y'all for a minute, I'm going to come on. Spirit taps me hard enough. Okay, a Cincinnati black. Okay, see, she looks like a divine feminine too. It says police family asking for help finding missing Cincinnati woman. Tanika Sullivan, the sister of the woman reported missing, says she has received word from her. Oh, she's okay. She's alright. Okay. That's the last. It's just updated. Okay. They found her. Okay, this is 3 hours ago. Police concerned about the safety of missing teenager. This is a black male in Albany, New York. Albany police were searching for an 18-year-old who made threats to harm himself before going missing from a homeless shelter. I want to pause and say, if anybody out there is seeking counseling, or you know, you might be a little depressed during this time of the pandemic and all, that this is what we're here for. That we're here to support you. That you know you're not alone. You're not in this alone.
And if you're uncomfortable because you really don't know us, which is also fine, don't hesitate to call your local suicide center, okay, or your local youth group, and your local if you're religious, your local churches that actually do have some leaders that really care about your well-being and really try to make sure you find the help you necessarily need. Because as me speaking right now, I have been through some really sad times in my life, and I have done some things that I'm not necessarily proud of. I almost tried to split my throat at a time when I was in my 19 teen, and it was kind of hard. And I don't want you to be a child that feel like nobody can hear you, because we can. Now, we ain't perfect. And honestly, I'm a little rough around the edges. I ain't gonna lie to you. But for me to know that this could help somebody's child who hard-headed like me growing up, who didn't listen like me growing up, who had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations because they ain't really the type that like to listen like me. You know, I just want you to know you ain't alone. And you shouldn't feel like you alone, because Divine got you. Because High Priestess LC got you. You feel me? The Real Divine Masculine got you. And a lot of people that's on this YouTube and that's spiritual, I want you guys to really start walking in your power and start uplifting the youth and the ones that's needed. Yes, we get it. You get a platform that do pay you from making babuku shit to save a nigga company. But fuck a save a nigga company. Can we save our youth and our spirit company? Appreciate you. I do like what you guys do, and the ones that was shouted out by the Real Divine Masculine and the ones that I shouted out myself, which is basically the same, because you know when you real, you don't need to express yourself, baby. When y'all real, we can smell it. You know, real recognize real, baby. You know what's unfamiliar is the fakeness. You know, real recognize real. You know we ain't not familiar. If you ain't familiar, that's good you ain't real. Baby, we don't need to stand for you, babies. Bitch, we too real for this fake shit, yeah. Listen, Spirit told me to step out here because he know I ain't going to say what the fuck y'all want me to say just to please y'all. And he know I ain't going to say what y'all need me to say just to make y'all ego boost. And he know I ain't going to say shit because I ain't tripping off y'all little coins y'all be giving up on YouTube. But I'm going to say this, though. For me to be the realest chick I could be, for me to be the best me I can be, for me to uplift the youth to be the better them they could be, for me to be able to step up and tell you what's real, for you to step into your power. Now that's what the fuck we about. We not about how we gonna lie and tell you shit that sound good to make you want to subscribe to us so you could fuck with us harder. Nah, you fucking with us or you ain't. And this ain't even about being aggressive, because I'm an aggressive person. And so yeah, but I could really embody the masculine energy real easily. But at the end of the day, I want you to understand, right, that at the end of the day, we all one. I know I'm you, you me. You know, but they say I don't even know how to sing, so I can't break out and sing for you, but all I know, I can tell you that all we are is that we gon' shine. We gon' shine to the utmost like the stars shining. Yeah, we gon' shine like sunshine. We gon' shine and we know we are shining. So lift up your voice, be spiritual, baby. Let the spirit talk within you. Yeah. Yo, I can't sing, yo, but y'all know what I'm saying. Hop in your power, lift your voice, let the youth know that spirit got them, and you got them, and we all got them, and we not alone, nobody alone. We gonna do this, you feel me? Yeah, yeah. Woo! I'm out.